to take action, which is what you've done, and moving forward, you've got to embrace your emotion. Yeah. It's interesting because I was listening to a podcast today by a lady called Elizabeth Days. How it's if you have a chance, do listen to it. She has a podcast called How to Fail.
Right. Yeah.
And she was interviewing a chap called Mo Gaudat. Now he's from the Middle East, but he's made his name in the West in terms of he's written a book, and he was actually working for Google X for quite a while. His life changed when he lost his son at 21. Ali, he lost his son about, I think, 4 or 5 years ago. And, he was talking about incredible interview. But something that he mentioned today, I've made some notes here. I'm going to just read it. It's he said, you have to take action, which is what you've done. And moving forward, you've got to embrace your emotion.
Yeah.
You've got to kind of get into that commitment of acceptance to give yourself that freedom to be able to then embrace that emotion. Say, and this idea that you just mentioned, that I've got to stop vilifying myself and say, oh, poor me, why me? You've managed to get over that hurdle and actually come out and acknowledge it. You've taken responsibility. You've done the accountability piece, but now you've taken action, and that's the beauty of your story. It's fantastic.
I think, what I take from what I've just heard you say there about sort of embracing emotion, it's all about connecting with your feelings. And again, that's something that men in particular, and successful men in particular, struggle with.
Yeah.
And one of the hardest questions I was asked in therapy was, how are you feeling?
Yeah.
And I realized I didn't really know.